The life and sad ending of Freddie Hart. Freddie Hart was born Frederick Segrest on December 21st, 1926, in Locapoca, Alabama, U.S. Hart was born to a sharecropper family in Locapoca, Alabama in 1926 and spent his childhood in nearby Phoenix City, Alabama, along with his 11 siblings. He learned to play guitar at age 5 and quit school by age 12. At age 15, Hart lied about his age to join the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, seeing combat action in Guam and Iwo Jima. Following the war, Hart lived in California, where he taught classes in self-defense at the Los Angeles Police Academy. Hart got an early career break when singer Carl Smith covered Hart's song Loose Talk in 1955. Other artists who recorded his songs included Patsy Cline, Lovin' in Vain, George Jones, My Tears Are Overdue, and Porter Wagoner. During the early 1950s, Hart and his family moved to California to further the growing country music scene there. In 1951, he joined Lefty Frizzle's band for a year. It was through Frizzle that Hart got his first recording contract with Capitol Records in 1953. He released several singles, including his version of Loose Talk, but none of these were successful. In 1958, Hart signed with Columbia Records and scored his first chart hit with The Wall in 1959, which made the top 20. His biggest hit for the label was the 1960 top 20 hit, The Keys in the Mailbox. In 1965, Hart signed with Cap Records, where he would score several top 40 hits between 1965 and 1968. The biggest of these hits included Hank Williams' Guitar, Born a Fool, and Togetherness. In 1969, Hart re-signed with Capitol Records and soon became a part of the Bakersfield sound by singing up with Buck Owens' songwriting and management company. In early 1970, he scored a top 30 hit with The Whole World's Holdin' Hands. Hart's song Togetherness, a hit for him in 1968, became a top 15 hit for Buck Owens and Susan Rye that summer. Hart would score several minor hits during the year. In 1971, Hart released a song that he wrote called Easy Loving, which was first recorded in the summer of 1969 for his album California Grapevine, released in 1970. Released in the summer of 1971, Easy Loving rapidly began climbing the charts, and by that September, it was number 1 for 3 weeks on the country charts and reached number 17 on the pop charts. It was also played on adult contemporary stations, earning a position on Billboard's Easy Listening survey. The song would ultimately win Hart numerous awards for both the Academy of Country Music and the Country Music Association. The song sold over 1 million copies and was awarded a golden record by the RIAA in November 1971. The album of the same name also reportedly went gold. The song also earned Hart a Grammy Award nomination. From this success, Hart and his backup band, the Heartbeats, had a string of top 5 hits with My Hang Up Is You, 6 weeks at number 1 in 1972, Bless Your Heart, number 1 in 1972, Got the All Overs for You, All Over Me, number 1 in 1972, If You Can't Feel It, It Ain't There, 1973. Super Kind of Woman, number 1 in 1973. Trip to Heaven, number 1 in 1973. Hang in There Girl, 1974. The Want Tos, 1974. My Woman's Man, 1975. The First Time, 1975. I'd Like to Sleep Till I Get Over You, 1975, and The Warm Side of You, 1975. He has been called by many fans the heart and soul of country music. With the success of Easy Loving and other songs he wrote, plus a popular concert attraction on the road, Hart became independently wealthy and owned a songwriting company, a school for the blind, a trucking company, a chain of martial arts studios. His hobby was as a master of karate. By 1976, Hart continued to have major hits, although now his streak of top 10s was replaced by a streak of top 20 and top 30 hits. These included You Are the Song Inside of Me, That Look in Her Eyes, Thank God She's Mine, The Pleasure's Been All Mine, Toe to Toe, and Wasn't It Easy Baby. His last top 10 hit came with the hit Why Lovers Turn to Strangers in 1977, which peaked at number 8. This song was written by East Idaho-based composer Bobby Fender. In 1980, Hart signed with Sunbird Records and immediately scored a top 20 hit with Sure Thing that year. He followed this up with 3 top 40 hits in 1981. This ended his days as a major country artist. In 1985 and 1987, he had a couple of minor hits on El Dorado and Fifth Avenue Records, with his last hit being The Best Love I Never Had in 1987, peaking at number 77. In 2001, Hart was introduced into the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. A few years later, Phoenix City declared a major east-west street, Freddie Hart Parkway, in his honor. Hart released a handful of new albums on CD, showcasing his passion for gospel music, patriotism, and the traditional country sound that originally made him famous. These albums prompted him to selectively tour and perform concerts around the world. Hart retained a large following in Europe and the U.S., performing at music festivals, universities, churches, and industry events. Hart continued to write and record gospel music during the 2000s. He received numerous awards and had several number 1 songs in the gospel field. In 2004, he was inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame. In 2017, he performed in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and received the Hall of Fame award from the North American Country Music Associations International. His final performance was in March 2018 on the Ernest Tubb Midnight Jamboree as a special guest to David Frizzell. Hart sang a new song he had written and just recorded about Lefty Frizzell titled simply Lefty. In April 2018, Hart recorded his final album titled God Bless You. The project, produced by David Frizzell, contains 11 newly written gospel songs and a remake of his signature song, Easy Loving. The album was released in late 2018. Hart died as a result of pneumonia on October 27, 2018, in Burbank, California. On June 25, 2019, the New York Times Magazine listed Freddie Hart among hundreds of artists whose material was reportedly destroyed in the 2008 Universal fire. Thank you for what he did. We will always remember him. May he rest in peace.